What is good, Carti people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bobbalam back with another episode of Whole Lotta Cap Radio, wherein we dissect all the possible cap from the internet and evaluate if it's actually real or not. And more specifically, in today's episode, we will be discussing the new screenshots from an Instagram account that claims that Playboi Carti will release his album Whole Lotta Red on June 12th, which is this Friday, or in other words, in 2 days. In fact, I have spoken to someone close to Carti's camp, by which they gave me their second opinion on the screenshots, telling me if it was real or fake. But before we get into all that, Bob Gang featured comment of the video is from Kev Cam, who said that beat maker who gave Travis Scott's producer the guitar melody said "Give it a," when in reality the original producer was only mad because he ordered Travis Scott ones and thought they were fake because the Nike symbol was backwards. But back to the topic, is Carti dropping Whole Lotta Red this Friday? The age-old question. Let's talk about it. Okay, so before we begin, I told y'all that Playboi Carti and Iggy Azalea having a baby was not cap, and yet y'all still attacked me saying I was lying and whatnot. Well, the woman herself came out on her Instagram story officially announcing she had a baby, and obviously it was with Carti, so suck my big, meaty, sauced up balls after I just ran 3 miles. Alright, now that we got that over with, it seems like the Carti fan base has a real problem, and it's not necessarily that we're all naive, because we all have our doubts with all information we receive, even from Carti himself. Like, what the f happened to Monday? Does that even mean anything anymore at this point? But the real problem lies within all the bastards who think it's funny to Photoshop DMs with Carti and his affiliates, or pictures in general, to use as fake evidence that he will be releasing Whole Lotta Red on a certain date, because they know how hungry the fan base is for some new baby voice Carti. Even though I know a lot of you are sick of it, I'm not personally, but to each his own. And of course, to pull it all off, they need to make a super cryptic username related to 29 or 2900 or Carti or Whole Lotta Red to make it all seem legit. I know y'all missed the duck quack sound, so did I, not gonna lie. But to continue, allegedly late last night, an account that will remain unnamed in this video until we decide if they deserve the clout or not, posted on their Instagram story some interesting screenshots of conversations they apparently had with not only Playboi Carti, but Paris House. You know, one of Playboi Carti's creative directors who posted the cool photos a few days ago saying red soon or whatever, as well as another person we have yet to hear about yet, but that I believe is Playboi Carti's manager. They also wrote very vague messages on their stories acting as if they were Playboi Carti or someone on his team. But to get into the actual evidence they had, they started off all the fun with a DM conversation they allegedly had with Emery Lars, or Aaron for short, who is Carti's manager that we just briefly mentioned. And on their story they blocked out all their previous messages, already not suspicious at all if you ask me, captioned, "The whole tea is coming." Like that means anything more than the red soon or red on the way that we've been hearing since Carti's mom accidentally put lean in his milk bottle and created the rapper we know today. But below, the account reveals 2 messages and that they simply asked 12th, and Carti's manager allegedly replies, "Yeah, it's time." And obviously with such a credible source of Carti's manager, although I don't think most fans even know that, this information spread faster than Iggy's cheeks when she first met Carti, causing hella fans to think that the album was dropping this Friday, which was already in question due to Paris House's previously mentioned pictures teasing red on the way this past weekend. The next significant story the account posted was one of the vague messages I was speaking about earlier, wherein they attempted to pose as Carti or someone on his team trying to give fans a clue under the table about the release date, which honestly is believable given that's how the whole rollout has gone thus far. Carti's affiliates, not even he himself saying anything, post vague pictures related to the album or even just the color red to tease fans that the album is still coming, because we get so little information. If someone were to just piss blood in front of us, we would think it's God giving us a sign that we're finally getting blessed with new Carti music. But the account explicitly stated in this message, "All my life, some of y'all figured out who I am, but it doesn't matter if the thing is coming. You will thank me on Twitter tomorrow. He doing it for the culture." Essentially hinting that Playboi Carti is about to tweet something today, because they posted this last night, confirming the release date on Friday. Well, we have yet to hear anything from Carti thus far on Twitter, but then again, I guess it's only the afternoon, at least where I am currently, but all the signs would point towards this being false for the simple fact that this is Carti's debut project for the mainstream. He featured on a Drake project, his streaming numbers are at an all-time high, with At Me debuting on the Hot 100 Billboard. Most likely his label would want someone somewhat of a more planned rollout with an announcement of the release date close to a week in advance to allow the fans to hype up the album. But otherwise, in this message, I believe they're trying to portray themselves as Ian Connor due to the double dot thing over the O and out. All y'all internationals don't murder me for not knowing what that's called. I'm gonna just call it some like letter nips or something. So you'll notice in Ian Connor's Born from Pain 1993 Sicko logo, he has the same exact letter nips over his O in Sicko. Why else would the account bring attention to the fact that some people have figured out who they are, then purposely use a completely unnecessary letter accent that isn't even used in English language or even in Cartinese? That is some straight up Ian Connor lingo. But moving on, the account then shows alleged screenshots with Playboi Carti speaking broken Cartinese. I am on that mode now, can't wait for blank. And I think they blocked out what was supposed to be the 12th or Friday. But wait, where is the Playboi Carti username and verification check at the top? Oh, it's cut off. Like what my parents did to my balls when I was younger so I wouldn't get any girls pregnant in high school. But when I went off to college, they actually couldn't find them. But this is yet another hint that these DMs could be fake. Why not just show the whole screenshot if y'all are homies? Oh, I see what they did. They added the only actual possible proof that could verify that the DM would be real on the next story, because that makes complete sense. I hope y'all see where I'm getting at, that these DMs could be easily faked. In fact, I contacted some people in Carti's camp and they confirmed that all that was fake and the DMs never happened, which I assumed. Carti is not DMing any of his friends or team members on Instagram. Take it from someone whose DMs are spammed all the time, and I can't even imagine how many message requests he has, but he's most definitely texting his friends and affiliates directly about the album on his phone. Additionally, it simply would not make sense for Carti's manager to confirm the date like that to a random person, and again, if it was Ian Connor, why would he DM her? He has her phone number. So there you have it. I know it got a bit confusing, but in summary, the DMs are fake, confirmed by Carti's team. I'm going to keep trying to get y'all information directly from the source in the future for this exact type of situation where people be capping heavy as but who knows, his team could be lying to me just to protect their precious secret release date. Still doubt it though, especially because I just did the filter test on my phone where you essentially edit the photo from whatever DM or picture you think may be photoshopped and increase all the metrics to the highest point and see if it gets all pixelated outside of the lines. As you can see from the account's DM convo with Carti, the DM is fake, wherein they must have dragged the Playboi Carti username and verification badge over another conversation. For reference, I just screenshotted what it would look like if I had a DM conversation with Carti, and it clearly, this same pixelation does not occur outside of the username lines and verification, only within the profile picture. So with that, it's your boy Bobbalam signing off, embroidering the words whole Lotta on a cap so we can all represent the gang. Actually, that might be my first merch launch. Let me know if you mess with that idea in the comments, and if you still believe in the June 12th, this Friday, whole Lotta red release date. Make sure to like and subscribe while you're at it for the latest hip hop news and analysis videos, as well as to follow me on all my socials in the description if you with it. Peace out, Carti people. No sin.